decentralized finance is very new. Obviously, smart
Yes. Okay.
contracts are a completely new innovation. There's some real innovation in blockchain and crypto and decentralized finance, right? And that's blockchain technology itself and smart contracts. And through smart contracts opens up a whole new world of financial markets that can be participated in. But they're very new. They are high risk.
Yeah.
However, they are getting adopted, at a high rate with tokenized funds being a thing now and RWAs. And I think we had this dream of it happening a lot quicker,
Hmm.
especially people that are very deeply in the industry. But I don't think that's super realistic. I think there's going to be a larger span of time before, an average individual could potentially communicate with a smart contract and feel very safe doing so.
Yeah.
But I'd love to get your perspective on like the future of this technology and where you see it going, the space
Yeah.
as a whole.
You're so right. It's still such early days, but so it's therefore really promising everything that's taking place, and it's going through all these multiple market cycles, phases of consolidation. You know, we're hoping and planning at Nexus Mutual to be there for the very long term. So very excited, by like the sort of deal that we did with EtherFi, and there's a bunch more in the pipeline on that basis. Summer is always a good time to have a little rest with, take a moment to reflect, time with friends and family. Surprisingly busy for us right now. We're getting a lot, again, like from the sort of dual forces of what sort of occurred and people wanting to lend on our knowledge and experience combined with people wanting to build best in class products and integrate coverage insurance for their users. We're kind of seeing that all firsthand. There's a lot of in the sort of short to medium now. The people that were building in the what we categorize as the RWA space. That's really taking off now. The size of capital being deployed. It's a tricky term because it means so many different things. It means everything. I mean, a stable coin is an RWA because it's based off dollar deposits. You've got tokenized T-bills and other products like that, and then you're going more and more out on the risk curve. You're getting things like private credit through to tokenizing all kinds of commodities and other assets. It's a really exciting time. It's also quite a dangerous time because, like my head of risk mentioned at a conference summit last year, he's sort of like, what do you predict as the risks for 2026?
Mm.
And we're like, we think it's going to be in the RWA space because there's so many people building, there's so much excitement, and there'll be some really high quality stuff, and there'll also be things that like maybe not intentionally just aren't built out fully. Full capability. So sort of call to arms for our friends and network, the builders, is we love it when people come to us early to engage with us, even if they're not ready to have coverage put in place. We will do diligencing with you. We will help shore up your defenses and spot gaps you might have missed, no matter how sort of A-star your team is. From the perspective of an underwriter, we always have a unique vantage point. But we're very keen to participate with people here. We're building out some customized products. I mentioned before our protocol cover. We have something called DPEG cover for when DPEG events occur. People doing looping. We have another product. We're also sort of tailoring stuff, probably not complete departure, but like making sure that our package works really well with the RWA space. So yeah, I mean, I'm bullish here that DeFi is this great playground, but also is for the professionals, for the grown-ups, can help be maybe not the front, the superstar at the front end. It's kind of the DeFi mullet. It's at the back. It's doing all the hard work, heavy lifting for the institutions that want to use it as a platform. I mean, just seeing like the way that Morpho keep on announcing a new strategic partner, is right, and everyone else is stepping up their game too. So, and we're trying to participate alongside that. So, I think there's a lot of really great stuff taking place that But at the same time, as I have to say from my with my insurance hat, beware of the risks, and I'm sure come reach out to us.
I would love to get a little bit personal just before we go, because you've had a very successful career in primarily institutional sales in the DeFi space. So, do you have any tips to anyone that's looking to build themselves up to your level or are working on deals of this gravitas? Just maybe a few words to help them improve their processes and actually have the skills to land deals of this level.
I mean, we sort of, it's really interesting because we kind of touched on it earlier in our conversation, to do with the EtherFi deal. Like relationships really matter. Really engage with someone, understand the problems that they're trying to solve. You know, unfortunately, crypto and DeFi has all too often been based on like short wins, incentives that dry up. In the worst case, rug pulls and all that bad stuff. So, I think what's fantastic here is you get to both be in this space, DeFi, institutional DeFi. It's around dealing with all this innovation, all this like heady, exciting stuff and new things taking place. It's, I guess like taking from my TradFi, like learning from some of the best hedge fund managers in the space, being in the room with all these smart people, engaging with them and building relationships for the longer term is, I think, is really going to pay off in this space, because it just sort of brings you above versus the sort of people chasing that.